Man, I haven't made a fucking video in so long. Holy shit. Alright, I'm back, y'all. You already know I'm in my new era, okay? You see the dog as the background, you know what I mean? We're not in that anime thigh era anymore, you know what I mean? We on that boss ass era, you feel me? I'm in my boss ass era, you feel me? But yeah, before I start the video, um the final product of the song is in the description. So if you like the song and you want to go listen to it, it's the link is in the description, or you can look it up on my SoundCloud. It's gonna be on all plats as well soon, but it's gonna be called Classified by me. But yeah, let's get in this video. Alright, so you guys already know the deal. Okay, we've done this many fucking times. Okay, this is a sigilkore tutorial. Yeah, man, I this is like updated. Okay, this is um updated times three, I guess. But yeah, let's just start off with the beat. Alright, so for the beat, I've said this many times in my other tutorials. Yeah, just you can find a beat on YouTube, or you can make your own, or you can get like a private producer, he can make one for you. But I'm not gonna lie, like finding beats on YouTube is just like so fucking annoying. Like it's so hard to find like some good solid beats. But there are a good few producers out there that actually make some good ass beats. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? You know who you are. But yeah, as far as the beat goes, man, just find something you like, make something you like, or get somebody you know to make something that you like. It just depends, but that's pretty much as far as it goes. You could use any type of sigil chord type beat if you want. It just depends on your style and how you want to do it. But yeah, time for the main vocals. All right, so you guys already know main vocals. Um, I don't really have much to say about them. I mean, for example, the best example I can really give y'all is the way I do my vocals is I go for kind of like a whispery kind of rasp. You could do that. It just really depends on like your voice and just how you want to record it. Like you could record it in like you could kind of sing in a little way or some shit. You can whisper. You can do a raspy voice like I did. It really just depends on like your voice and your style and what you want to go for. But I mean, yeah, that's really as far as it goes. I mean, I don't really have much to say about my vocals. It really just depends for other people. But yeah, basically this is what it sounds like, so you guys can get like a quick idea.
Keep on talking, we gon' take your fucking eyes. Hydrofluoric acid, let his body liquefy.
Okay, I know it sounds like ass right now, but trust me, okay, it's better sped up. Just trust. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I went for like this rasp kind of whisper. So yeah, just do whatever you really want, but that's a good suggestion on what you guys should do, especially with sigilcore. But yeah, my biggest suggestion is try to whisper. That's like, but not like fully whisper, kind of like still add some of like, not like a full on whisper, but like to the point where it's like just a little bit. So you could still hear yourself, of course. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the main vocals. Time for the layer. Alright, so for the layer, I literally just recorded it the same way. You can do like a whisper. You could just whisper for your layer, or you could just like record it the same way you recorded your main. It really just depends. It's just preference. Both of them work very well. So yeah, it really just depends on like how you're feeling and what you want to go for. But basically, I just recorded the same thing as I did on my main, and yeah, this is what they sound like together.
Keep on talking, we gon' take your fucking eyes. Hydrofluoric acid, let his body liquefy.
So yeah, they match up pretty well. Just it kind of just goes. But yeah. Also, a quick little tip I like to do, yo. Okay, I hope you guys do this because it actually does help. But basically, when you go to record your layer, say you've already recorded your main, and you go to record your layer, and I see a lot of people do this. I know like some people don't, but I've seen like a lot of people do this shit where they copy their main and then they paste it in and then they try to like match it up with each other. Like nah, it's just gonna get all clumped. Don't do that. It's gonna clump up your vocals. It's not gonna sound good. So just don't be lazy. Record the same bar. as like, just record the same bar. You could whisper, or you could, do it how you did like your main, but I'm telling you, do not copy and paste your main and turn it into your layer, please. Another tip that I like to do is like when I record my layer to make sure I got the layer on like on the main, like where it sounds good. Basically, what I like to do is say I just recorded my layer. I like to put it on the same track as my main, so I put it on the main mix instead of the layer. And I like to go ahead and turn off the beat, and I like to listen if they like sound kind of like in sync, just a tiny. It doesn't have to be perfect, but make sure it's just good enough to the point where it's like not totally out of sync, but to the point where it at least sounds pretty good. So basically, all I really do is I just move it around, and sometimes certain parts they don't match up like this. Of course, it sounds like a matchup, it just doesn't look like it. But basically, you might have to like cut like this, and then you might have to like move your layer back or something. You might have to do like you might have to mess with it and stuff. It really just depends on like, you know, how it sounds. You always want to make it sound at least a little good, you know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, that's a good little tip I like to use. I wouldn't say it's like, you know, like a fucking life hack, but it's good enough to the point where, it can help you out in certain parts. But yeah, that's how I record my layers. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it for like vocal wise. I mean, as far as like lyrics go, when you come to making them, sigilkore, it really just depends, man. In my music, I like to reference a lot of Call of Duty and like a lot of shows I like to watch. Like I watch a lot of Breaking Bad and shit. So in this song, I referenced like a box cutter when like I don't want to spoil if you guys haven't seen, but if you know, you know the box cutter. If you guys know, if you watched Breaking Bad. But yeah, I mean, I did a lot of references, hydrochloric acid and shit. But it was a cool little song. Did a few little Breaking Bad bars and shit. But yeah, I mean, sigilcore is just like that type of genre where you just talk about killing people. You just talk about like literally just rolling up and just killing people. That's all you really talk about in this music. I mean, of course, or you could just talk about like fucking a guy's baby mama or some shit. I don't know, bro. Talk like say whatever the fuck you want. But personally, I just talk about like shows I like to watch and shit. Like like people be talking about like killing people and shit, and I'm over here talking about fucking TV shows, my nerd ass. But yeah, that's pretty much as far as it goes with like lyrics. It's all just preference when it comes to that. But yeah, time for stutters and sound effects. All right, so you guys know I do love my sound effects. You know what I mean. Now, if you're just starting out on sigilcore, like you're a beginner, I would not suggest adding like too much. I mean, I did a lot mainly because I like I've been doing this for a while, so like I've kind of it's kind of just muscle memory at this point. I mean, I just like fuck around and shit and just do whatever. I mean, I added like a few little stutters at the beginning. And what I did was I actually when I went to cut this part to make the stutter, I actually cut the layer with it. Now, you don't have to do this. It's not like a necessity or anything. It doesn't really sound different actually. It just kind of sounds like,
Keep,
like and then
keep.
sounds the same, but I feel like it just wouldn't be complete without the layer on it. Plus, I don't know, it's just I just kept it on there. But y'all do know I like doing my Call of Duty voxes and shit. Now my signature, what I like to do is I like to cut the beat like right before the other bar. I like to add like a vox or something, and then I add like this DSR sound effect from BO2, the sniper. Like it's right there. But yeah, what I like to do with my voxes so it sounds good in the final mix is I like to pitch it down how much I'm going to be pitching it up. So, for example, I'm going to be pitching this song up 200 cents. So, pitch your vox down 200 negative 200 cents. So, it just makes it sound a lot better, and yeah, just, in the final mix it sounds like an actual voice line, you know what I mean? Same thing I did with the Jesse voice line over here. I got him saying bitch, and I just pitched it down negative 200, and yeah, it sounds like this in this mix. Bitch! It sounds weird, but yeah. But if you think about it, like this is what it's gonna sound like when you fully pitch it up. It's just not gonna sound good. Like watch this. All right.
Bitch!
That's what it's gonna sound like in like the final one. So if you guys want like some, when you want your Vox to sound normal, just pitch it down how much you're gonna be pitching it up. Just an easy little tip right there. But yeah, as far as it goes, I mean, I just added a few stutters, DSR sound effect, CS:GO knife over here. And what I like to do is I like to cut the beat. So when the beat cuts off, I like to add a little sound effect before it, so it sounds like this. So it basically cuts off right when the CS:GO knife hits, and then when it comes back over here, the DSR hits. So yeah, just a cool little whatever. And then I got a few stutters down here. And to be honest, this is like my favorite part of the song right here, because like the stutters and just like the beat chop and then the knife and the DSR, they just all hit so hard right there. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. So yeah, pretty fucking hard. But yeah, I mean, as far as like sound effects go, man, just like do whatever you want. I mean, just mess around with it, do what you like. The thing about music, it's all preference, bro. I just make these tutorials, but you guys don't have to copy me. Do your own thing. And please, please, bro, I swear, if I see songs popping up that got like fucking Call of Duty voxes with DSR sound effects on the drops, bro, I'm just gonna call you a swag jacker, because at that point I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that's really doing that right now. I hope so. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I just added, just add your sound effects, do whatever you want, add your beat chops. But if you're a beginner, I wouldn't suggest trying so hard to do too many sound effects. But I mean, it's you, man. It's your music. Do what you want. I don't care. But yeah, time for the mix. All right. So the mix, okay? A lot of people have trouble with the mix. Whenever I hear like some sigilkore song, I'm pretty sure like at least half of the time the mix is just not good. Now, I'm not saying that my mix is the best, but at least, my mix is not the worst, okay? My mix is just decent. But I mean, I see this a lot though. A big problem is when, like, say you're watching a tutorial, right? And the person's like, yo, buy my preset. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? You get your money, go crazy. But the person ends up buying the preset, they end up slapping it in FL, and then they listen to it, and it's fucking ass. And then they wonder why. And it's like, bro, that preset was not made for you. The preset was made for the person that was making it, the person that made it, the person that made the tutorial. They made that preset for them. So there's a big tip out there. Presets, bro. A lot of presets will not sound good with your voice. So my big suggestion is try to make a preset for yourself. Try to get someone to make one for you, or, I mean, you could look for presets, like other people's presets, and maybe you'll come across something that actually sounds good with your voice. But I'm telling you, everything is different, okay? Everybody's voice is different. Everybody's mic is different. Everybody's interface settings are different. Everything is just different about, like, the style that people try to go for. So if you're looking for, like, a preset, biggest suggestion, just find, like, find one that matches you, make one or get someone to make one for you. That's a big problem I see nowadays. People trying to like buy presets, and they just end up not being good, and they just end up wasting their $20 or some shit, or their 15 or $10 or whatever, because that's usually how much presets go for. But yeah, I mean, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, y'all need to stop buying presets, please. Just stop. But I mean, if you guys want my preset, you can hit me up on Discord. Hopefully I'll respond. Sometimes I just don't. And it's not because I'm trying to ego people, it's literally just because I don't see that shit. Um, but I'm fucking rambling. But yeah, let's, back to the preset. So yeah, my main is just very simple. Got auto tune, got a few EQs. I mean, got a sound geyser just to, clean it up a bit, saturate my vocals a little bit. And one thing you guys make sure you gotta have is a de-esser. Make sure you have at least one or two de-essers on your preset, please. De-esser helps a ton, and it just literally just enhances your vocals by so much. But yeah, I got this little plugin over here. It's called Goyo. Basically it's a voice separator. A quick little example is like, say you got like birds in the background in your vocals and you can like hear it. You could use this and you could turn down voice reverb, or in the ambience, and then keep your voice, and then you can just yeah, it just takes away all of the basically the background noise and just keeps your voice. It's not perfect, but it is really fucking good. But yeah, if you guys want, I'll put the link to this in the description. Yeah. But layer, just a little different. A thing I like to do a lot in my layer is I like to add a bit crush. Now you can use stuff like Tau Bit Crusher, you can use Crush with a K, or you can use Destructor. I personally use Destructor because I feel like just the rate crush really brings it, and it just adds like that grain sound in the background. But I try not to add too much, so basically, how you do this is, you open Destructor, and it's gonna be like this. It's gonna look like this and stuff. You want to go over here to presets, and you want to go ahead and go to lo-fi. Now you want to keep your bit crush the same, and you want to turn down your rate crush to about like something around in like the 4,000s, maybe even the 3,000s if you want. But keep it around like 4,000, right about right there. So about like 4,227, somewhere around there if you want. It really just depends. Like you can mess around with it, listen to it, you can add more bit crush and add more rate crush. But yeah, and then I got Goyo on here as well. Um but yeah, this one's just pretty simple. I mean, the only thing really different is I took away one de-esser, and then I put in Goyo, and then I put in my rate crush or my bit crush and stuff. And yeah, and what I like to do a lot with my layer, you guys don't have to do this, but this is what I do a lot with my layer and my main, is I like to keep the difference between my main, like the volume, at least 20%. So you see I got my layer at 40 and I got my main at 60. So yeah, if you're rocking like 70, you'll run like 50. If you're rocking 80, then you'll run 60. You know what I mean? It's just um yeah. So it really just depends, but you don't have to do that. That's just something I like to do. It's just preference. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got yeah, you find the beat, make your main, make your layer, work with some sound effects, beat chop, stuff like that. And then yeah, of course, and then find a preset that sounds good with you, make one, get someone to make one for you, blah blah blah, all that. But I mean, yeah, it's definitely harder than I'm like portraying it to be. But man, I'm telling you, sigilkore is pretty easy to make. So basically I want y'all to hit up my DMs on Discord. Let me know what you make with this tutorial. Like, just let me know. Like, show me your shit. I want to see what y'all made using my tutorial. Um, but yeah, like I said, make sure you guys go stream the song. If you guys fuck with the ending result, please go fuck with the songs in the description. I already told y'all that, but I'm gonna keep plugging my shit because I'm desperate and I'm begging, please. But yeah, let's go into the new file and let's speed it up. Alright, so once you open the new file, basically you wanna go ahead, you wanna go ahead and export it on the other file, of course. You wanna go ahead and drag it in, and then you wanna go ahead and double click it and then pitch it up. Now, I usually like to pitch up my sigilkore around like 200 cents. You could do 300. It really depends. It's up to you. But like I said, man, it's just all preference and all that. So do what you want. I did 200 cents, and yeah. And basically what I did over here was I added a little slowed down part and then my tag at the end. Now I'm just gonna show y'all real quick how to do this. So of course you want to cut out the part you want to slow down. Okay, and then you want to just drag it over to the end. You know what I mean? Um, now, okay, I don't know how, like, I've literally heard some people don't know, like, that this exists, and then they get stressed over, like, when they can't do it. It's actually so fucking funny. So what people like to do is, they copy it and then they paste it in over here, and then they try to, speed it down, like 200 cents, like negative 200, and then they end up speeding this part too, that they don't want to speed up. And I really don't understand how you people, like, don't understand how this works. Basically, you click over here, you click make unique, and then boom, speed it down. It's that simple, literally, that simple. And the way you know you made it unique is it will have a hashtag 2 or a 3 or 4. It doesn't matter, but it will have like a hashtag and then a number. That's when you know you've made it unique. Um, yeah, that's literally it. I just sped it up, added a little, a slowed down part at the end, added my tag, and then of course added my master. My master is very simple, but it's really good. Now, I got a soft clipper, just add a little bit of a punch in the 808s. Got a sound godizer just to clear it up, you know what I mean? Saturate it a little bit, just a tiny bit on the D setting. About like, shit, that's about like 2 notches. Like, that's one, that's two, yeah, about like 2 notches. So, yeah. And then I got this very simple EQ, you know what I mean? Just blocks out a little bit of the lows and the low mids and stuff. But I mean, shit, man. Go crazy. But yeah, if you guys want my master and my presets, you can hit me up on Discord. Discord's in the description. I mean it's just Solvy. You can hit me up. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how you make sigilkore, man. It's pretty simple. I wouldn't say it's the easiest thing to do, but it's doable. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let me know what you guys make using the tutorial. Go stream the songs in the description. But yeah, peace out.
Keep on talking, we gon' take your fucking eyes. Cut her forehead and let his body liquefy. See me kill his friends and leave him there all terrified. You can never find me, bitch, I'm classified. Put his face all in the dirt. He was talking hella tough, now you can find him in the search. Say he gon' fuck us up, but guess who's really on that shirt? Fox got her to his throat, slows him down, now he's murked.
Never a doubt.